Hey guys, all the all the important questions being asked here. Um, this engine is so close to running. It's got some inherent little problems that need to be fixed, and I've got a fairly good handle on what's wrong, I believe. So I think it's not a huge step to get it running, but there are things that need to be sorted out because they are problems. Anyway, how is everyone? Everyone's asking the important questions. Everyone's projects. Stephen, Tom Lipton, Shamfajig sounds awesome. JB's making mirrors. Craig's making a workbench, but he's busy doing other stuff, so he may or may not get back to the workbench. Rich is making smart remarks. Kevin, Machine NZ, he's making an amazing gas engine that will work before mine does. Knackler's Workshop's making good videos on MCOs. Should go and check them out. So it's all happening. Nigel's making a locomotive. You could go and check that out too. That's a pretty good channel. Go create. Did your parcel come? Scott Tyndall, g'day. What was I going to say? Yeah, TMC 2020. I think the only one that hasn't got some indication of when parcel will arrive is Tom. And I have it on authority that the stones have been made. So that's the latest development. I guess they're not far away. I'll just have a talk to him and say, please post them. He believes in DHL, so they're probably not far away. Anyway, problems with this engine, I know what they are, basically. Looks amazing, but it's as far as it goes. I know what the issues are, and I've been messing around trying to get them right. If anyone's interested. Firstly, for some reason, this spark plug leaks. Not every time you do it up. I had it done up tight and it wasn't a problem the other day. I've done it up tight again. I had it out the other night to check the plug gap, and I put it back in and we've got a leak again. So, unsure why this is, but bit of Windex on here. Oh, come on. I'll zoom this. If you can see that with it zoomed, maybe you can. We'll put that up there. But it's blowing bubbles quite considerably. So we've got a bad wash on the spark plug. I think that's what it is. I don't think it's a thread. I've recut the seat and I'm pretty happy with that. And I thought I had it fixed. But for some reason that's leaking. So I'll zoom that back out. Hey, Matt. So that's the first thing that we need to fix. And whether I find another spark plug washer for this, or whether I make a copper washer, or whether I anneal the one that's on it might be the first thing, and take it off and anneal it and fix this problem. Hey Ted, hey Dennis, g'day. Small copper washer will solve that. Yes, it will, and that's probably a better option, and it will increase our compression a little bit too, and the compression ratio and all that stuff, if the plug goes in a bit further. So we're going to fix that. That's the first thing. It's not going any tighter, and I'm worried I'm going to strip it, so I'm not going to tighten it anymore. So first thing. Second thing is that apart from that, we've got amazing compression. We're pumping about 70, 75 psi, something like that, on a 6-to-1 compression ratio, which works out too. I did some maths and I got 5.93 or something to 1, something like that. So about 6-to-1. 6 times atmospheric pressure is only 85 psi, so 10 under that's not too bad. I'm happy with that, and it should run, I believe. Now, had it set up the other night and it fires every time you turn it over. Now, there's 1,000 theories about this. My latest suspicion is that I never had the timing advanced far enough. I really am thinking that could be all it is. But the other issue is that this valve isn't sucking properly. Now, all it needs to do is to keep this shut, because the pressure from the cylinder will keep it closed, or close it and open it. I think this spring is still a bit heavy, so we're going to try for a smaller one on there, or a lighter one. Right. The other thing is that this ball here that stops the gas escaping is probably too heavy, and we're sucking gas, or we're getting airlock in here, I think, because it's not sucking, and we're probably blowing gas back up the pipe instead of sucking it out or letting it flow out. So I'm suspicious that we're not getting gas through here because of the way this is set up. What I've done is ordered a nitrile ball, which is rubber, and hopefully won't be a problem in the heat that's going to be in this actual head in major running. We'll see how we go with that. But they are a little bit lighter, I believe, than the steel ball. So that's probably going to fix some of that issue. So that's where we're at with this. Apart from that, it's kind of close. Like, it'll fire every single turn and it'll hit the second compression. So it's just feeling a bit starved, and I think it's probably air mixture or fuel mixture. It really kicks pretty hard every time it fires, and it will fire every time you turn it over. So we're just going to mess with it and get it right. I don't think it's an inertia problem. I've talked to a couple of mechanics who've messed with model motors a bit, and belting them up doesn't really fix the problem for a couple of reasons. I don't think that's something I'm going to try just yet. I've sort of given that some thought. And to be honest, this engine at 61 compression, you should be able to start it by hand. So we will see how we go. Anyway, that's where we're at. Other projects are on standby, and I apologise for that. There's not really very much to talk about because I haven't done very much except crank this thing and go through things and try and work them out and try and get the thing running better. And we're getting very, very, very close. Like, really close. So, expect a breakthrough reasonably soon. But crank handle on the side of the flywheel, what we probably will do is put a rope pulley on this end with a notch in it for a knot and start it with a rope if we've got to. That's probably the next thing. We can do that and it'll be nice and look like it's part of the motor. But fix this is one problem. Fix this is another problem. Probably find a lighter spring for here is another thing we could do. And things like that. We're having trouble keeping this flywheel tight, as some of you may have noticed. It's coming loose, so we're going to have to do something about that as well at some point. I don't like crank handles at all. Dangerous, nasty thing, especially on this when your fingers are pretty close to the bench. And they scratch paint and stuff, so we'll sort that. Anyway, hey Russ and Ox, good to see you. Running in a week or not, when some bits get here, like seriously. Next weekend I've got another parcel coming from Prague in Czechoslovakia. Big orange and black box. You can all work out what that is, but it's been on order for a long time. May or may not get a video about that because it's not really what my channel's about, and it's not really something that's a tool, that's all. Anyway, you can all take your guesses on what that is. Sorry, Czech Republic, yeah. If we're going to be that, it's not Czechoslovakia for a long time now, a long time. Another parcel, I got an amazing note from Steve Barton at Solid Rock in Michigan, and he sent a tracking number too for a parcel which is on the water somewhere or on the air somewhere, or it left Chicago on the 21st of August, so that's probably not too far away yet, but it hasn't landed in Australia yet. There we go. So they're both things that I probably want to play with, and the second parcel from Solid Rock from Steve Barton, you probably will get a video about because it's really sweet, nice. I need to make some other videos, and all you've got's this crappy engine for the last 6 months, and I apologise for that. How's the tool and cutter grinder? It was amazing. Couple of little jobs I've done. Trouble is when I decide I'm going to actually do something, it's a sit down for an hour or 2 hours or 4 hours or a day while I set the machine up to do it. So it seems to be a time-consuming thing to learn to operate, and I need to spend more time on it. But the last couple of weekends I've been working 5-day week, so I've only had 2 days in a week. And this last week, thanks Jason for that. Oh, awesome, Scott. That's really nice of you. Really nice. Now, thanks, Maddie. Appreciate that. I've got other things that I really want to do, and I hadn't really intended to be messing around on this for this long. I had a bit of a write-off weekend. I did some artwork, and I've cut some brass plates for a switchboard, or for the base with a switch and a fuse on it, and some nameplates and things like that. So I'm sort of etching them, but my laser printer's kind of crapped itself, so I haven't been able to actually get them etched properly. And my ferric chloride seems to have gone AWOL. Probably I tossed it out because I used it all. So, hi John. I haven't got that done. I also dropped my box of BA bolts. I've got a lot of BA bolts because you buy them in packs of 25 or 50. And whenever I get an order from someone, I generally get a couple of extra packets because it's nice to have them. And I dropped them upside down on the floor here, so I'm still picking them up. But I got most of them, and I had to sort them all out. And the difference between 8 and 9 BA is like 12 thousandths of an inch or something. Someone will correct me on that. So there's not much difference. So the only real way is to sit down with a set of button dies and see which ones screw in which ones. So that's what I did on Monday afternoon. Sorry. Hey, Tom. So anyway, they're all back together and sorted out, which is not the most tragic thing in this whole thing. The weekend before I was procrastinating and I spent about 4 hours sorting them out. So they've only just been freshly done. Anyway, I did them again. Side panels outlined as well. That's a really fair thing, JB. I'm not sure it's going to happen. There's going to be a bit of blue on this side because the radiator and stuff's all going to be here. I don't know if I'm going to do too much more lining on this. I really don't. It might get a stripe around here, but it might not too. That might get sanded off and repainted. We'll see. Hey, Matt, look, good day. Joe's been sorting small screws for 3 weeks. You can come and do mine. Anyway, there you go. That's kind of very, very close to running. It's that close that. But this bubble here on the spark plug is enough to stop it. It's as simple as that. And I had beautiful compression, but taking the plug out and put it back in, we've got problems. So I'm going to find a washer for that. It hasn't got any lighter. Wow, Joe, that sounds like fun. Have I heard from Malcolm? Malcolm's not doing real good. He says old age has hit him, but he's still making a couple of videos. I drop him a line because he's feeling a bit sorry for himself, I think. So, Malcolm will link him. Great channel. Drop him a note and say hello because he'd probably appreciate it. Anyway, I thought we really need to see something running. Today because it'd be a bit of an anticlimax for you all if we don't. These are crap. Crimp-on connectors generally crap. So I don't know of another answer. No matter how tight you crimp these down, they're still going to be loose. So I'm not that happy with them. Everyone says, oh, you're not using the right tool or you got the wrong ones, etc., etc., etc. And probably I do. But I think for this engine, when I need connections, I'll be making my own, all of them. It was a pretty neat fit in there, as much as I could get. It was sort of had to wrap it up pretty tight to get it to fit in there, but probably. Anyway, we've been talking about dynamos and motors. I sort of have a proper crimper, but it's crap. So this is a pretty awesome little project. I really enjoyed this. It wasn't a very little project, but that's running nicely on 6 volts. It doesn't work as a dynamo for reasons. Hey, fridge, g'day. You're obviously on a promise fridge. I'm glad you got that fixed with time to get back to live stream. This is a pretty sweet little engine, to be honest. It's not self-starting. Why won't this stupid thing stay up? There. It's not self-starting because it's only a 2-pole armature, which kind of works, but I wanted to build something that was 1920s style, Meccano style motor, and I achieved that, but it should work back to front as a dynamo, and it doesn't. And there are reasons for this. Hey, Casual Steel, good day. Fridge knows that is being facetious, and I chose to ignore that. But anyway, now it's out. Don't respond. Don't respond to him. It only encourages him. And is better not encouraged. Fridge spent a couple of hours the other night troubleshooting it with me via live video, and I really appreciate that. But he knows how close it is. Anyway, take care, Scott, and thanks again. You be good, and love to the family. So it would be awesome to have another go at this and build something that worked. Anyone got a source of wrought iron bar? That's what we really need to make that work. And a lot more patience and time than I put into this one. All the screws come for the tender frame, so I need to sit down and screw that up properly and put it all together and start working on axle boxes. And I really like to do that for Princess Marina for this engine. But at this point, if I put the engine aside or the steward aside and not do anything with it, nothing will get done. So I'd like to get it running first. Look, creations. That's probably interesting. Maddie's neighbour's gates are wrought iron. Do you want to... I'll send you some hacksaw blades, Fridge. If you would, appreciate it. I want some fairly long straight bits though, not the cast parts. How did I make the magnet, Maddie? This is actually fake, right? I made a steel magnet out of low carbon steel that I thought was going to be the ideal thing. It wouldn't hold magnetism at all. Since learnt that you really need cast iron or preferably wrought iron to make a magnet that's any good. And even then it's variable. This is actually aluminium magnet with 2 neodymium magnets in each side under these plates. So there's a magnet in here and a magnet in there. And that gives us a reasonable amount of flux. Probably there's too much clearance here. Probably the windings are too coarse on here and there's not enough. That doesn't help anything. Another 500 turns on the armature might have helped as well. You find a horseshoe magnet. I don't know if you've ever tried machining a circle in a horseshoe magnet, and keeping its magnetism, but that would be interesting. An interesting project for you all is to find a horseshoe magnet and machine a circle in it halfway down and see if it still works. Because it doesn't. There you go. Jason Byrne says, is there drawings for this? Yes, I have drawings for this if you want them. I could improve them quite a lot. I made pretty good 3D drawings for this when I did it. And a series of videos. But if I did it again, I would put a 3-pole armature on it, and then it'd be self-starting, or a 5-pole. I would make it finer. I would make less gap in here. I would make a decent permanent magnet. And I would put carbon brushes on the armature, on the commutator. And I would also put decent bearings in it rather than brass bushes. So there we go. It might work, JB, but don't know where you get the material to make it out of. Anyway, fun project. Hey, g'day, MC Engineering Incorporated. That's awesome. Yeah, missed you too. You were there. Haven't met your maker yet, so that's a good thing. I'll be back next year, maybe, if I get my engine running. If I don't, I might not want to show my face. But it's been good to actually spend that money on tools and workshop stuff, which I would normally spend traveling, to be honest. So, motor's a fun project to make, and I'd love to make another one. I would like to make like an Edison pattern with actual coils on here and an electromagnet instead of a permanent magnet. And of course, you've got to have some sort of voltage regulator and all those sort of things. Something about twice as wide as this and about that high with about a 3-inch armature in it, something like that. That's what I'm thinking. My picture's really grainy. Is that just me, or is the picture really grainy? Sorry. Anyway, that's kind of what I've been messing around with. It's fun to get these old projects out and give them a run occasionally. It's It'll start if you put it in the right position. Yes, there needs to be an Aussie meetup, and we'll sort that out. We might do that. Well, we will do that. I'm going to go handheld here. 3:30 a.m. is a bit early in California. Only 2 Tassie makers on YouTube, probably. Yep, got you. MC Engineering Inc. Yes, I've kind of placed you, yes. Everyone looked at that Tassie meetup and thought, gosh, those guys look a bit shifty. I'm not sure about that. But anyway. What else? No information on the subs counter. I noticed Prezzo still works, so there's a way, obviously, you can do it, but I'm not sure what it is. What else? Oh, I got a parcel last night. Guy I've met a few times, local hobby machinist, nice guy. Dropped in a parcel at work after work last night. Tom is an amazing guy, Craig. Really, we missed him this year at the bash, even from this end of the country. We missed him. Dale did okay, but we missed Tom. Friend dropped this bag in. Just going to have a look at this. Some pram wheels, basically. It's a flywheel. And another flywheel. Because we need more projects. That one's obviously a pram wheel. I would say these are too, to be honest. And a die-cast wheel of some sort of something. I don't know what, but that's sort of probably a wheel or something. I'm not sure. So they're kind of worth putting in the flywheel box. We have a flywheel box. There we go. And 3 axles, which are probably too small for this tender. Don't know what they were, but they're 3.5 inch gauge. And we could soon make another one for a driving truck or something. So we'll put them aside somewhere. They're a bit of a score. You do, Fridge. Bill Baggins, g'day. Craig should do live stream because he's better at it than me. I'm just sort of here. I had one of those days at work. I've spent all day fixing a watch that yesterday and today, and finally got it going. It really was a bit of a headache, but obsolete movement, and the new movement only had one difference from the old one, but it was enough that it didn't line up on the dial. The holes where it come through for the hands didn't quite line up. So I pulled the two movements apart, which are not no mean feat because they're only Chinese or Japanese plastic crap, and swapped all the bits over and put the original back together with the original wheels, all the new bits on the old frame. And as of tonight, everything was working as it should. So that's a job that's off my back. I'm really pleased about that, but I was working late to sort it out. Take care, Casual Steel. Good day. Yeah, we've all got enough projects. Dan, Fridge, whatever. So these were a score. Put these aside somewhere. Really appreciate picking those up. I'm impressed with watch style work too when it actually happens. Now, Tom Lipton posted on Instagram about an air bearing that he's just made. It's fairly interesting. If you follow Instagram, there was a really pretty cool post. But anyway, he had a what do you call it? A continuity octopus that he had in the picture, which is a small rubber octopus that glows when it's got a current running through it. Might be a fun project. If anyone's looking for a cool project, Tom Lipton inspired, might have to look towards that. Yeah, George Michael bearing. Pretty awesome. Another question, and this is a community thing. Yeah, you should go and watch all these guys. They've got some awesome stuff. Some people, like Dan Shed, promise a lot of content and doesn't actually deliver, but others, come on, I've been going to say that for 2 days, Fridge. Others don't promise anything and deliver some amazing social media content, like John Creasy. And others who don't promise anything can deliver some amazing YouTube content, like Maddie's Workshop, who protests too much. What was I going to say? Yeah. This is JB's busy. JB's crazy busy, so you should subscribe to him just in case he does put a video out. It's never the camera. Yeah, it's never the camera. I suck at editing too. I'm really not good at it, but anyway. Now, who uses Discord? There we go. Listen up. Who uses Discord? If anyone knows what Discord is, it's basically it's a chat server. It's actually pretty good, well laid out system. JB's got a couple of servers. It's like ARC for the 20s. Now you're showing your age. I'm thinking, and I'm only thinking out loud, but as alongside this whole community, it might be fun to have a Discord server that we could all drop stuff on or talk about stuff or discuss current projects or get ideas and things like that. And don't know. How does it work? You log into Discord and you find the server or the community, and you download it on your phone or your computer, and it sends you notifications when someone posts something if you want it to, or it doesn't if you don't. I haven't worked out how to switch that off yet, but apparently it doesn't if you don't want it to. And basically you can post just about anything you can post on Facebook without having all the political crap. And it's probably a social media or a chat wall with a bit more focus, I guess. How would it be better than Facebook? The trouble is with Facebook is that all the cool people aren't on Facebook. We'd get even less done. We probably would. It is just the choice of members, but the trouble is the people who choose that sort of crap are the ones who seem to hog the airway. You can bang on endlessly about the metric system. We could have a special room for that, John, and you could be there on your own, and you could moderate it, and I would make sure. Yeah. I'm happy to. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Craig. Awesome that you turned up, though. Keep up the awesome Instagram channel. We really enjoy that. We have a room for green engines as well. Most people throw Facebook in the trash eventually, and it's okay if you can distance yourself from it. I struggle with that sometimes, but mostly I manage. So it's just a thought, and I didn't think particularly much about it the last few weeks, but it might be a fun way to meet up and to sort of touch base and see what everyone's doing, because all you guys don't shout yourself out enough. It's better if you unfollow everyone. That's probably true, John. Yeah, files and pics and videos and links and stuff like that. Anyway, anyone who might be interested in checking it out, maybe I could set up a room and pick out a couple of moderators who might be interested, and we could put up some links and see if we could get something going. ClickSpring sort of has a Discord server sometimes, but it probably works better if there's some community involved, and the ClickSpring community is all a bit one way. Facebook's fine. It's just that November the 4th's getting very, very close. And to my mind at the moment, that's a good reason not to spend too much time on Facebook. Guy Fawkes Day, yeah. Instagram is very, very good. And if anyone's got an Instagram page, you should totally share it, because the good thing about Discord is that you probably don't need pants, and that's where we're at. Groups in Instagram? I didn't know that, Stephen. We will talk about this. That's an awesome story, Uncle Bob's Bees, but we're really not believing it. Anyway, that's just a thought, and I'm just thinking out loud, and it's not like I've got anything else to do. I have got a parcel coming from Prague. No one's guessed what that is. I guess some of you already know, and that's awesome. But I'm probably going to need some help with that when I get it going, because it's not my field of expertise. I've got other projects that I should do, and the reality is that I'm dragging my feet a bit. It's coming DHL, Craig. Yes, I said a package from Prague. There we go. In the Czech Republic. Anyway, take care. Take care, Matt Look. Go and check out Matt Look's channel. Awesome. Great guy. Good channel. Good content. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking out loud about this week. I've got something that I want to start fairly soon, and I probably will. And it's not a huge, big project, but I'll try and get some videos about that too. Czech Republic isn't Russia, Dan. Close enough. Anyway, that's what I'm up to. What's everyone else up to? There's a new Chirpy video out. I haven't seen it yet. I saw it today pop up in my news feed. Who else has got a video out? I didn't see part 2 yet, Matty, of the Rotary Broach videos. Is that on its way, or is it up already? Can someone let me know? There was a video from Rustinox about work holding. Always good videos from Rustinox. You should check them out. Craig doesn't need another one, right? You got more than you can handle already from the sound of it. Work holding 2 sounds awesome. 4 Bobcat videos from Ted Rosa. I've watched a couple of them. Sorry, Ted, but yes. Interesting video. That'll be interesting. Go, Nigel, I'm sort of interested in that. You'll have that engine running before I get this going. He's dragging his feet a bit. Unimat stripped down later today from Knackler's workshop. The post is terrible. I've really got nothing much else to add, to be honest. That's what sort of happened this week, and last weekend was, there's nothing to show, nothing I've really done that I've achieved. Do we get a tour, JB, at some point? That's awesome. Uncle Bob's Bees, that's really cool. I'd love to do more sand casting. I've done some drawings and models and things for the base for the radiator. Working on that. I've modelled up the pump, and I've got the materials here to do that. I could get onto that, but I really don't want to start any of that until I make sure the engine runs. But the base probably is going to be cast in aluminium. Yeah, Australia Post is bad like that, as I've had 18, 19 days from Western Australia or from Melbourne, and I've got a parcel that's supposed to be here on Tuesday from Prague. So, and that was posted last Wednesday. So I don't know about that. You would think if DHL can do it, the rest of the country would be able to do it as well, but obviously not. It's a bit how it is. Here's a question, right? Here's a question. I'm just looking under the bench here. There we go. What's that? I've always wanted to ask. Well, it's a clamp. It's not a vise. What is this for? I have 2 of them, right? It has... Take care, Dennis. It's good to see you. Drop it in. It's for a glue-in edge, Craig. Craig, do you want these? It's for camping an edge band on a piece. Righto, fair enough. I have 2 of them. How much they weigh? Oh, they're heavy-ish. But, you know, it might... We could probably trade some stuff. Anyway, there we go. That's just one of the useless pieces of junk that I have under my workbench. There you go. There's 2 of them. And I'm trying to clean up a bit, but I'm not having a whole lot of luck. Really. Tom was obviously impressed at the clamp collection. I've only seen pictures of it and I was impressed, so it needed more clamps. And what's my Discord channel? Good question. Is that what I'm going to call it? My Discord channel? Let's have a look and see. I can't remember what I called it. That's the never expire Discord link. Can we see that? Pause the video if you want. Can I share the link? Probably can't. Craig's got it. Craig's got it. Yeah, he's really good at this stuff. He should be doing the live stream. If he's not careful, he'll end up moderator. I can't put a link in from here, but Craig sorted it. That's the Discord link. Jump in. Oh, wait. What does that give you? What awful content does that give you, Craig? What's the oh, wait thing? I don't like the sound of that. Oh, gosh, there's a whole stack of you. Wow, you got nothing else to do. Oh, there you go. That was easy. probably should read the Getting Started guide. There we go. Anyway. Name, age, email, etc., etc. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Someone will come and sort you out. Don't like that. Anyway, might be fun. And I'm going to get notifications to keep me awake all night now. Yeah, I've been a member of Discord for a long time, and I'm sort of as part of quite a few servers for sort of interest groups that I have, and also creators on Patreon, etc., etc., etc. And it's good fun, and it's a good place to stay informed. I kind of like it, actually. Anyway, that's it. We're an hour up now. I've had enough. It's awesome that... yeah, I sort of think, well, if you go around a bit scared and making sure, worrying about who's looking over your shoulder, you're probably not going to get far in life, to be honest. It says a whole lot about American politics that that's your two choices. So I don't think there's anyone to blame but you guys for that, if I can say that. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks so much for joining in. Be good. Be kind to each other. Don't stress too much about any election that's coming up. We've got a general and state election here at the end of the month as well. No idea who I'm going to vote for. They have got enough sense to at least make some progressive stuff as a combined system in a Queensland. So that's kind of nice. But anyway, take care, and we'll catch you next week, eh? Probably with an engine running, or probably not. And hit the like button before you go. And go over to Maddie's workshop and subscribe. Anyway, take care, and I'm out.